We are the Council of Elders. And as the spokesperson, I will tell you that what you know, what you have received, is just the tip of the iceberg. And as you enjoy exploring, analyzing, observing everything there is to know about that section, that tip, when you are finished, when you believe you have examined all there is to examine, experienced all there is to experience, and understand in the best way possible for you everything there is to understand, then you will notice more of the iceberg. And as you examine more and more sections in this analogy, more and more exploring, analyzing, sharing with others, your perspective broadens just as the iceberg gets wider at the bottom. And there are some understandings that are deep, deep below the surface. You will be receiving more information, more understanding. The more you observe, the more you examine. And your understanding is for your understanding, if that makes sense to you. You may share with others and let others share their opinions, their experiences, and that may broaden your ideas about just what this whole experience of being comprises. As you are all different, you will all have certain perspectives, and those perspectives will resonate with perspectives of others, and some won't. But in honoring the other perspectives and observing them, and by observing we mean taking a look at it, not throwing a blanket over it and saying that doesn't exist because it doesn't resonate with what I believe. You can observe something without allowing it to trigger something in you that makes you feel less than or stuck. Or you can. It is your choice. It is always your choice. We are simply letting you know that there is always more information to be found. There is always a bigger perspective on your path. And as you're experiencing linear time, you will experience this as learning more as time goes on. So, if you are enjoying this process of learning and expanding your perspectives and sharing with others and letting them share with you, we are telling you, you will learn so much more. And it is, we could say, exponential, because the base the broadness of the information and the experience that exists expands out like the base of an iceberg. So just as you have learned a little at the tip and you're learning more as you go on, in terms of linear time, you could look at it as starting at the tip of the iceberg and your timeline forward would go down into the iceberg. By the time you get to the bottom, which we will have to say there is no bottom, it is an endless iceberg, so to speak. Your base of knowledge expands so greatly. And whereas you took a small piece, maybe a 1-inch piece of iceberg and time, and you assimilated that information, explored that information, and you're ready to move on, well, the next piece is longer and wider. It's a taller chunk. Because you have said, I have learned this little bit, I'm able to take in more. And so it is your choice to allow more. And the next time more, and the next time more, and deeper, and more broad knowledge. And we know that as souls in this experiment, this experience, this is something you enjoy doing. We see this from a higher perspective. You may not understand this from the perspective you are at, but eventually you will. This is your path to explore, experience, broaden your information and experience and observations, feelings, broader and deeper and more expansive as you go. Not everyone has done this. Not everyone will do this. But it is available to you. It's your choice. You can stay on the tip of the iceberg for your entire incarnation, for many incarnations, for all of your incarnations. It is up to you. What do you want to do? We would say for this soul, she does not enjoy staying put. She enjoys expansion and deeper knowledge. And she may get stuck in her path, but she continues to try to explore. No matter what occurs in your life experience, you can still explore. We would also tell you that your current world, your current experience, it is like you're in a column. And the more you explore and the more you collaborate, the more you seek, the bigger that column gets. If you do not explore, you're in a very narrow column and your experience is limited to what's in that column. But as you seek to understand, as you explore, as you experience, and analyze those experiences and analyze those feelings and analyze your interactions and analyze the world around you and the world inside of you, the column gets bigger and bigger and you feel less and less restricted. And eventually that column contains everything known to this point. And we think many of you would enjoy this expansion and have enjoyed this expansion to some degree. And we thought you would enjoy a little analogy about your progression and your path and your experience thus far in your incarnations on earth. It is only your incarnations on earth and your knowledge through these vessels that you have chosen to undertake at this time, at these times, we could say. And so you can choose to enjoy, to explore, or you can choose to stay at the tip and not have anything new occur. But we will tell you that the column that you are in will not ever expand, and you may feel very restricted. And we would also say it is very helpful to allow that part of you that is with us in this perspective, this what you would sometimes call a higher perspective. It is a broader perspective, perhaps, than the one you have chosen to incarnate into. When you allow more of your broader, expanded to a degree, higher self, as you call it, into this experience, this earth experience, it helps expand that column. It helps you progress down further into this iceberg to gain more expansive, broader knowledge. And you would equate this with a feeling of freedom and openness and a fascination with your path and how far you have come and what you have learned and who you have interacted with. And we hope this has been helpful to you. We are the Council.